HTML. It is a which I'm like this. Now, when I open server, you can see it is going here. I want this HTML in bold letters. What I am doing is which I will use element angle bracket P. That is the bold element. This is a normal element. It's I just write that it starts presentation means it starts and it will new up and without filling any additional attribute, giving any additional means anything else. It is going to see that it is going to cut and display everywhere. A non element can only have means a normal isn't directly on that means you write it, it will return. Write it and that callback. Only it is written. Any additional mentioning any extra in next call. See that extra attribute. See, that's a after that's presentation HTML. I want it. How to do? How to use and to requires explicit. Every normal element will have a start token and then remember several normal elements are present. I am giving only one example now about bold. Like that, hundreds are there, you will learn, right? Normal element means first point. You write it, it will start presentation. You don't need any extra attributes. Directly it have presentation. And once it starts presentation, it can't stop. You have to manually stop it. So that means you need start token and end token. End token means after HTML, you have to put an angle bracket /B. Then it is going to end that bold effect here. Then you can see it is going to stop bold after that. So what are normal elements in HTML? Normal elements are the elements that have some presentation. Directly they can present something. And once they start presentation, they cannot stop. You have to stop them explicitly. That means they need a start token and an end token. Now see the contrast. You will understand now. We have another one. What is it? Void elements. Void elements. What is the meaning of the word void elements? What is the meaning of the word void is actually the term void refers to So no return. The term void refers to no return. That means a void element will not return any presentation directly on callback. It will not return any presentation directly on callback. So void elements are the elements that don't return anything. That is the reason they are called void. Void is a general English term. What does void means? Void means there is no response from other side. That means there is no return from other side. You are talking to somebody and he is in a void state. Void state means he is not responding. He is not returning anything. From his side, there is nothing. Then generally we call it as void. Void is not a software term. It's a general English term, right? Void means there is nothing returned. So then that is called as what? Void. Technically, void element will not return any presentation. It can return a presentation by using additional attributes. It can return a presentation by using additional attributes. I will show you, I will explain that. And very important is, because it doesn't return anything, you have to tell what to return. That means you return that element, you used that element, but it will not return anything. For example, I will show you here. Observe carefully. Suppose what we are doing here is, here. Observe here what we are doing. I'm using one element called IMG. One element I am using. When I'm using the element IMG, you can observe here, it is not returning anything. Bold was not like that. I return bold, it is returning bold. That means I just return bold. Same like bold, I return IMG. IMG is a void element. It will not return anything. That means you see, bold is also same written like IMG only, starting. But it is returning bold. But IMG is not returning anything. So it means they don't return anything. Then what we have to do? We have to tell them what to return. How to tell them what to return? We will tell SRC. You have to return some public. Don't worry what I am typing. Just observe the concept. Later you will learn all this. Images, banner, width is 100, height is 50. Like this, I given some attributes. When I given these attributes, according to these attributes, it will return. After returning, it will stop. That means void elements, they don't return anything. Just they will return what you asked to return. After returning, they will stop. That's the reason they don't need end token. They don't need an end token. End token is not required. Why end token is not required? They don't need to end. They already end. We don't need to end them. Why? Because they don't return anything to end. Right now, what I asked to return, it will return it. After that, it will stop. That means it is not returning anything. I asked to return a banner. Then what it will do? It will return that banner. It will return that banner and it will stop. It will return that banner and stop. If it is a normal element, this banner should repeat. How many times? Up to the end, the banner should repeat. It is not repeating. It returns and stops. The element doesn't need a end token. Why void elements don't need end token? Because they don't return anything. Who needs end token? If an element is returning something automatically, then they need to end. We have to end them. So normal elements in HTML will have a start token and an end. Void elements will have only start. They don't have an end token. They are called self-ending elements. We call them self-ending elements because they don't return anything. They will just return what we asked to return, and after that they stop. So these type of elements are called as what? Void. So what is the point? So it returns specified content and stops implicitly and stops implicitly. What is meaning of this? It returns a specified content and stops implicitly. Then what is the meaning of this? It stops implicitly. What does it means? It means that it doesn't require end token. It doesn't require end token, only start. Why it doesn't require end token? Because it ends automatically. You don't need to end it. It ends automatically. It doesn't require an end token. That means what example is like IMG. This is just example I'm giving for everyone. This is example here. Remember, I'm just giving only one point actually. Every category has several elements you will learn. That means in HTML, you have two types of elements, normal elements and void. How you know which one is void, which one is normal? You understood the concept. Now tell me how you will know that this is normal, this is void. You return some element and it is not showing any presentation. That means it is what kind of element? Void element. You return some element, it is returning something without asking anything extra, then it is not normal. Void elements, they don't return anything. Then such elements you don't need to end. Already they ends. You have to just mention what to return, they will return it and they will stop. So normal elements and void elements. We have normal and void elements. Two important here, normal and void. Next, RC data elements. What are RC data elements? Let's see RC data elements. So RC rich content data elements. Rich content data elements. Rich content data elements are RC data elements. Rich content data elements. What is the point about RC elements? What is the concept about RC element is C. Now I am typing something. So I'm typing here a paragraph. This is one element. Inside welcome to HTML, it is a markup language. Now we already have one element called paragraph. I am using HTML in a bold element. That means I am trying to use an element inside another element. Is it possible to use an element inside another element? Every time. It is not possible every time. It is possible only if the parent is not RC type. If parent is RC type, you can't have any another element inside. RC type elements will not allow any another element inside. They are for only plain text, number and characters, nothing else other than that. That means RC type elements will not allow any another element inside. So blindly, you cannot use an element inside another. First, you should know whether the parent is RC or not. Without knowing that, inside a parent, you return some child. In many occasions, that will not work. That means as of now, it is working. As of now, it is working. There is no problem. But I am using one RC element called text area. This is an RC. It is a parent. Inside that I am writing bold. It will not allow. It will display bold as B only. That means, is it possible to use an element inside another element? Not every time. You can't use. Know whether the parent is RC or not. If parent is RC, you can't put anything inside. Means any another element inside. It is only for plain text. Plain string we call it as. Alphanumeric and special characters. You try to put some image, you try to put some table, you try to put some animation, they don't work. They will be treated as plain text. You try to put some color effects, bold, italic, nothing will work. Only plain. You try to change the font size, color effects for particular word inside it. They don't work. They don't work. So blindly, you can't apply any another element inside other. You have to know first whether it is a RC type or not. It is an RC type or not. So what is the meaning of RC type? Rich content data elements. RC allows only plain text content. RC allows only plain text content. It allows only plain text content. Actually, you cannot define any another element within the context of RC element. You cannot define any another element within the context of RC element. So rich content data elements, only plain text content. So example is this text area. Text area is an RC element. Text area. Remember, like that, so many are there, you will see. I'm just giving one example for every concept. Later, you will see so many, right? So we have normal elements, we have void elements, and we have RC. What is difference? Normal elements can directly return some presentation. They will have a start token and an end token. You have to explicitly end. Void elements, they don't return anything. You just ask what to return. After returning, they end automatically. That's the reason they don't need an end token. And RC elements are the elements which will not allow any another element inside. They are used for presenting plain text contents, right? Yeah. Next, important, raw text elements. Raw text elements. So raw text is used for presentation. These elements doesn't require any token for presentation. These elements doesn't require any token for presentation. That means they are presented without a token. That means, as I told you, HTML is not collection of tags, because many things you can present without them. That means in HTML, lot of things we can present without a token, without an element. That means, for example, I will show you why they are called raw text elements. Normal raw text is used for presentation. In HTML, so many things we present by using just normal text, raw text. For example, you see here, suppose I am typing here as offer, so 50,000 only. Suppose like this I give it. And I am writing hash 8377 semicolon. I written some raw text. And you can see that the raw text is displayed like this. Now I am adding, before that text, I am adding one ampersand symbol. Still it is raw text. And this raw text is going to give some presentation like this. That means a raw text is used for presenting something. That means it's not a token. Every time you don't need a token for presentation. With some raw text, we can present a lot of things. So these kind of elements are called as raw text elements. That means here there is no token, there is no tag, there is no start token, end token. These are normal text elements. Generally, we call them as raw text elements. Like that, so many you will learn. For example, I am writing ampersand copy, then it will put a copyright symbol. I am writing like ampersand LAQUO. So ampersand RAQUO, then you can see it is going to get these symbols. In HTML, we do lot of presentation without any tokens. These element doesn't require token. Normal text is used for presentation. That means you are using a token called text area. You are using a token called IMG. You are using a token called bold B, right? So you are using a token bold. And here you can present without any token, right? So that means normal text can present content. Normal text can present content. So generally example for this, as I showed you, ampersand hash 8377, that is Indian currency symbol. We have a lot of such symbols and characters presenting. Later you will learn about them. So in HTML, several elements are raw text, several elements are void, several elements are RC type elements. Right. Next, another important category we are having is foreign elements. Foreign elements. Another important is foreign elements. What is point about foreign is in HTML, there are so many elements in such a way that browser cannot directly use them. I told you one major problem yesterday that every browser have its own engine. That means all browsers don't use any common engine. Browser engines are different. Then what is problem is one engine supports one option, another engine may not support. Then what we done, you written in HTML something, in one browser it is working, in another browser it is not working. Such unnecessary things we don't do. What we do in HTML, we learn and only which is suitable for all browsers. Time waste, unnecessary, outdated, we don't learn. We don't even verify them. Because many people, when they are learning HTML, they come and ask, sir, in HTML, why you are not teaching this option? Why you are not teaching that option? I don't teach any outdated time waste options here. Right? YouTube will tell you. YouTube will tell you so many outdated options. YouTube will tell you about so many useless options, which we don't use in real world in modern generation. Time waste. Because they don't work on all browsers. And we don't prefer them. Some people struck at that level only. That means 10 years back, they know HTML. In schools, they have learned HTML. In college days, they learn HTML. They think that what they learned at that time, that is used now. You have to upgrade yourself. Right? You should not come with outdated brains here. Right? Outdated concepts. You should improve yourself to the modern. That means with your outdated concepts, outdated topics, you can't ask. Why? Because outdated, they are completely outdated. We don't use them in modern generation. So such options we don't discuss also, we just ignore. Right? In these sessions, we are going to learn from HTML to React.js, Node.js, Express.js, MongoDB. I am going to teach only what is used in modern generation, not what is outdated. Right? That means current in generation, what is being used. What are outdated, ignore, skip them. Outdated means they are not even asked. They are not used anywhere in real world, right? So one problem with HTML you will face is some elements of HTML cannot run in browser directly. They need some extra plugin. Plugins means extensions. You add that extension, then you say passport. You have a passport, you are allowed. You don't have a passport, you are blocked. That means some option should work in a page. You have certificate, you have passport, worked. Browser uses lot of certificates. Later you will learn. Browser uses lot of certificates. Those certificates are used to verify what is the content. And that content is supported by browser or not. Later you will learn about them. Microsoft browser certificates. They are for browser edge. That means, sometimes you might have not observed because still you are in the learning level. Sometimes you are using some website, due to some technical reason, everything hanged. Understood? Everything hanged, right? It's not responding. Then after some time, a message pops up on your screen saying that there is some issue. It is not responding. Do you want to send report? Have you observed? There is a button called send report. When you click send report, it will send that report. This option is not working at that particular situation. A certificate is submitted. And due to that, the browser understands the situation. Next time it will try to improve. It will try to improve. There are so many. That means in HTML, all elements usually work in browser, but some elements they can't. They need some additional plugins. Such elements are called as what? Foreign element. Foreign elements. That means these are HTML elements that require additional plugins. That require additional plugins to function. So every browser have engine. Hence, extensions are required to use rare type of elements in page. Extensions are required to use rare type of elements in page. And the example for this, we have like SVG. So we have like Canvas, MathML, all these comes under the category of foreign elements. Later you will learn. For example, you are, one simple example I will tell you. SVG is nothing but you see Google Maps. In Google Maps, you see road, drawings and all. That is all SVG. That is all SVG. Suppose you see barcodes, QR codes. What are those drawings? Huh? You see QR code. QR code is a drawing. Huh? No, it is a language. It is a code hidden under it. Right? There is a code hidden under it. It is not just only drawing. Barcode is not a drawing. QR code is not a drawing. They have some logic behind. You have to use JavaScript, XML like languages for them. We need some additional plugins for that, right? That you will learn later how to use that. So some HTML elements cannot directly run on browser. They need some additional plugins. If those plugins are added, they will work. Otherwise, they can't. You can't see the code, you can't see the animation, you can't see the effect. Begin is not there. Such elements are called foreign elements. So these are all the HTML elements. I hope you understood. So in HTML, the elements, hundreds of elements are there. These all hundreds of elements are categorized into how many groups? 5. What are those? Normal elements, void elements, RC data elements, raw text elements, and foreign. So whatever elements you learn in HTML, they belong to any of these 5. Either they are normal or void or RC or raw text or foreign elements. That is one concept. Another concept is that when we are working with HTML elements, elements have different names. That means based on their behavior, based on their functionality, elements are groups. But remember, official elements are categorized into how many groups? 5. Other than that, in HTML, they will ask you so many questions in interviews. They ask questions like another important frequently asked questions in interviews. What they ask is, first you will see regularly, one regular question is, what are semantic and non-semantic elements? What are semantic and non-semantic elements? Remember, people who don't professionally know about HTML, they think HTML have semantic and non-semantic elements. No, HTML elements are not semantic, non-semantic category. HTML elements are 5 categories. What are those? Normal, void, RC, raw text, and foreign. So some elements are semantic, some elements are non-semantic. Remember, normal elements may be semantic, non-semantic. Void elements may be semantic, non-semantic. So raw text, RC elements may be semantic, non-semantic. Semantic, non-semantic is not a category of elements. It is a name given behavior. That means some elements are semantic, some elements are non-semantic. What is the meaning of the word semantic? What is the meaning of the word semantic? Semantic means meant for a specific purpose. It is meant for a specific purpose and it is used only for that purpose. Then we call semantic. And in HTML, almost 99% all elements are semantic only. All HTML elements are semantic only. Only few elements are non-semantic. That means an element defined for a purpose is used only for that purpose. You cannot use it for another purpose. Then it is called semantic. Semantic elements means the elements meant for a specific purpose and they cannot use for any another purpose. For example, I am having IMG. Now, this element is used for displaying images. Can I display table with it? No. Can I display paragraph with it? No. It is for image. It is only for image. Right? That means it is meant for a specific purpose. It can be used only for specific purpose. Now tell me what type of element it is. Actually, image is an void element. Na? Now, is it void element? Is it semantic element? It is void element or it is semantic element? It is a semantic void element. Am I right? That means it have both behaviors. That means semantic is not a category. Elements are called semantic if they are meant for a specific purpose. Elements are called non-semantic if they are not meant for any purpose, specific purpose. You can use for different purpose. If you can use one element for various purpose, then it is non-semantic. If an element is only for a specific purpose, then it is semantic. Semantic and non-semantic is not category of elements. It is just a name given to elements according to their behavior. Almost 99% all elements are semantic. Only 1-2 elements are non-semantic. Actually, what is semantic, non-semantic elements? So, semantic refers to a specific purpose. Refers to a specific purpose. It cannot be used. It cannot be used for any another purpose. So non-semantic can be used for tick and we have non-semantic. Some elements are meant for only specific purpose and some elements are universally used for any purpose. And div and span are non-semantic. What are Now actually